Okay, let's try that again. Hello, everybody. This is Keith from CryptoCoinMindSet. I hope you're doing great today. And as always, I'm here to help you get your mindset on crypto. So I really appreciate you being here today. I'm just having one of those mornings trying to get everything running and live and going here. So I'm gonna ask you now to just be patient with me because I'll tell you what, yeah, it's been an interesting morning for me so far. All right. I hope all is well. I see a couple of people starting to excuse me, come into the live stream. Welcome. And for those who are just joining, uh, jump into that live chat. Let me know you're here, what your name is, where you're from, maybe what's your favorite crypto, and do you DCA? That's the question for today. Do you DCA into crypto? Do you dollar cost average into cryptocurrency? I mean, I'm going to believe that the majority of people do because, you know, most of us live paycheck to paycheck, right? I mean, it's just what it is. I don't know. I'm not independently wealthy. Are you? If you are, you're probably not watching my channel, I'm guessing. My channel and website and all this other stuff is meant for the average guy, the average Joe who's getting into cryptocurrency. So, hello. If you're if you're here, welcome. But I'm guessing it's the average guy who has to DCA, who has to dollar cost average into crypto, who's sitting here watching me today. All right. So again, welcome. Appreciate you being here. And let me know where you're watching from, too. Appreciate that. All right. Excuse me. You know what? It's early morning. I'm going to have another cup of coffee, another sip of coffee here. Join me on Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time for Crypto on the Rocks. And this thing won't be coffee. It'll be my favorite alcoholic beverage. What's it going to be this week? I don't know. I've been kind of liking the whole, Jack and Coke kind of thing, which is odd. But we'll see. We'll see what this week brings. All right. So today, my live stream today was... Okay. I started watching a video from Crypto Crow. And for those of you who don't follow Crypto Crow, where you been? Link to his channel is in the description below. And I've been following him since he started. Matter of fact, he and I started our YouTube channels at pretty much the same time. And fortunately for him, his YouTube channel has exploded and gone much better. He has a lot more followers than I do, and obviously commands a whole lot more influence. So speaking of followers, if you're new here, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. Appreciate it. Help me get over that 1,000 mark. I've been hovering at around 820-ish subscribers and just stuck there. So I appreciate you helping me out, trying to get me over that 1,000 mark. That'll be a good day. That'll be a good day. In fact, maybe we'll do something special for that. Not sure yet. Maybe a giveaway or something. We'll see. But anyway, so today's live again was because I watched a recent video that Crypto Crow did, where he was actually doing a response to someone else about dollar cost averaging. And I guess the basic premise, and I forgot the guy's name, Tim something or another. He basically said that, dollar cost averaging is a degenerative tactic in investing. And Crow took, the opposite approach to that and was like, yeah, not necessarily. I mean, it can be done in a degenerative way, like a stupid way. And to be honest, we're going to talk about that. And we're not going to look at much of Crow's video today. Maybe about a total of 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes worth of his video. And I want to talk about this myself, because this is something I've actually posted about on my website in January of 2019. And I've talked about it consistently since then. Matter of fact, the link to that article is in the description of this video below, this live stream. So go ahead and check that out on my blog, CryptoCoinMindSet.com. I appreciate that. And I basically took the whole dollar cost averaging scenario, what it is to dollar cost average, and I broke it all down as it relates. Well, I broke it all down as to exactly what it is, and then as it relates to cryptocurrency. Now, prior to that, and I put this in my article, I had come across Abra, who was a wallet provider in the cryptocurrency space. Used to be a great wallet provider. I honestly have come to the point where I don't utilize their services anymore. I'm not, I don't know. Abra lost their luster with me. But they coined a phrase, crypto cost averaging, which I thought was great. That was very indicative of what we do here in cryptocurrency. Instead of dollar cost averaging, crypto cost averaging. So I talk about that and break it all down in that article. And we're going to look over a couple of the advantages, disadvantages that I list here. But I just wanted to point out a couple of things. Like, I've been talking about this since 2019. And I'm going to believe that, again, most of the people who are here watching this live stream now and who will watch it going forward are like me. They're not necessarily, rich, probably living paycheck to paycheck. And if you have a little bit of wiggle room in your pay, which is probably less of that today than when I wrote this back in 2019, it's just, you need to be able to if you want to invest in cryptocurrency, to be able to do it in small increments and do it smartly. So again, hold on, you know what? I'm going to actually bring that article up right quick, and that way you can see it. Again, these are the points I wanted to point out about dollar cost averaging, and we'll come to that in a minute here. But basically, dollar cost averaging, is it a good investment strategy? And frankly, a lot of that, I think, depends on who you are and what your financial situation is. Again, for the average Joe, for the average person who's working a job or even works for themselves, it's like anything else. If you're working a job, you'll go on paycheck to paycheck probably. And if you're working for yourself, I would hope you're paying everyone else that works for you before you're paying yourself. And I've been that small business owner, so I know that there isn't always money left over at the end of the month to pay yourself. So it can be difficult. So having an investment strategy where you are able to get into cryptocurrency assets, good cryptocurrency assets, and that's the key right there, good cryptocurrency assets, to better your family situation and your situation generationally, is key. And the ability to do that is, in my opinion, dollar cost averaging. As it says on the screen here, I guess I should remind you, this is not investment advice. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just some old guy on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter at this point. So again, if you are just joining in, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, follow me if you're on Twitter. Same with like the Crypto Coin Mindset page on Facebook, and jump in the comments into the live chat and let me know what you're thinking, and if you're dollar cost averaging. And if you're dollar cost averaging, what are you dollar cost averaging into? All right. So let's start out, I think, by taking a look at taking a look at the first section of Crow's video. And again, the link to this video is in the description below. So by all means, go ahead and check that out. That way you get the full context of what he's talking about in these clips that we're going to just kind of go over and then discuss on greater detail. Excuse me. And again, link to his channel in the description below. If you're not following him, you need to be following him. Love Crypto Crow. He's got a lot of things going on. He's got all kinds of stuff, NFTs. He's got his Crow token. He's got mining, you name it. He's got a lot of stuff going on. He's creating a decentralized social media platform on the Cardano blockchain. So he's a Cardano maxi, basically, if you don't know him. And I got nothing wrong with that. You know, I love Cardano. I put a lot of information out about Cardano on my YouTube channel and honestly on my blog and other social media outlets. Matter of fact, I have an entire playlist dedicated to Cardano in YouTube. I'll put a link to that in the description below after this live stream, so check that out as well. All right, but let's take a gander at the first section that I want to watch of his video, and we'll go from there. All right, this first run is about a minute long, so we'll give it up for Crow right now.
I believe that dollar cost average, his big thing is he says a lot about a dollar cost averaging crap, right? So basically buying as a, like if you were buying stocks or crypto or anything, and you buy something and you see, oh my gosh, the price is falling, and then you average down, right? He seems to be very averse to averaging down on shit products, shit tokens, shit, you know, just anything that's bad, right? But who doesn't? Like who's into that, really? There are some degens who will average down on projects, and then they might watch those projects vanish, right? Because they were dropping for a reason. One of the biggest points that I would like to make to someone like Timothy or others following him is dollar cost averaging is a very, very valuable tool for those who cannot afford to buy in bulk. I might DCA 30 grand at a time, 50 grand at a time.
We're going to hold off right there. Sorry, I missed the stop
like
here. Sorry about that. Whoops. Hello.
That
Technical difficulties. There we go. Oh my goodness, I'm just having some issues here at this point. I love it. Anyway, basically, he hits on that point at the end there before I messed up trying to stop the damn thing, that, you know, it is a viable investment strategy, DCA, dollar cost averaging, crypto cost averaging, whichever one it is that you want to decide to call it here. It is a viable strategy for you and I, the average person who, like, you know, again, paycheck to paycheck, or doesn't have a whole lot of whatever kind of going on, where you've got that kind of disposable cash to do lump sum investing. Now, we're going to go back and we're going to take a look at my article again, because in my research, putting that article together back in 2019, I found that research shows that if you do lump sum investing, most of the time you can actually beat the DCA possibility. So you come out better than if you were DCA. Because again, remember, when you're dollar cost averaging when the price is going up, your dollar cost averaging when it's running sideways, kind of like it is right now, and then boom, when it's going down. And if you're consistently doing dollar cost averaging, so on a weekly, monthly, whatever basis, you have a better likelihood of hitting the bottoms and catching some of the bottoms with regard to, you know, where we are in any market cycle. The other side of that is, of course, you're catching the top or as close to those tops as possible. And so again, when you buy in the top, you're getting less of whatever the token is, Bitcoin. We're going to look at a little bit later. We're going to pop that into a calculator, get some of those numbers to see where you would be depending on when you started investing. Because one of the things we're going to let Crow preach about later is, timing is everything with regard to DCA. And the other thing I want to point out about dollar cost averaging is, and that was the point he was making before I tried to stop the video, made all those errors there. Everybody dollar cost averages in at a different amount into whatever project it is that they're investing in. So, he was talking about DCAing into Cardano maybe 30 grand at a time. Well, good for you, Crow. God bless you. But like, I don't have 30 grand at a time to throw into any crypto for that matter. Do you? If you do, tell me about it in the description or in the comments. Well, I'd really like to hear that. And if you've done it for that matter. But for most of us, the average person, we're probably talking, you're lucky if you can put in, $25 a week maybe, and make that a consistent investment into whatever. You got to, because first thing you got to do your own research. And if you haven't done, you don't even know what that means. My goodness, DYOR. You need to go and research whatever it is before you invest in anything. And again, hence the reason that it says on the screen, oh, wait, this side, right there, not financial advice. Nobody on YouTube is a financial advisor. I'm sorry. And when we talk about market moves and all these other things, at the end of the day, we may be utilizing some experience, whether it's, trading experience combined with our knowledge of the cryptocurrency space. But at the end of the day, it's not like we know for certain what's going to happen to the market. And anybody that tells you they do is just giving you a line, and get away from that channel. Like, leave skid marks, getting out of there. Boom. Anyway. All right. I see we got a few more people jumping on in. Again, welcome. Appreciate you being here. If you're new, make sure you subscribe and tick that like button for me. I appreciate that very much. And it helps to get these live streams out to more people. I really appreciate that. All right, we're going to go back and let Crow talk here. He's going to talk. This is about another 30, 40 seconds long. First, I got to cue it back up because I screwed up with getting this timing down here when I was trying to close it off. Ooh, right about here. That works. All right, and we're going to listen to him talk some more about keeping emotion out of investing, which is sometimes difficult to do, let's be honest. I mean, but if you've done your research and you're dollar cost averaging into projects that you feel have good long-term potential and are what the space needs and will be here for the future, then you want to know what? DCA, man. But let's give it up for Crow to talk about this real quick, okay? All right, let's see what we can do here.
That investment, right? So when I look at investing using dollar cost averaging, I originally started averaging back into Cardano at 50 cents. This is after I sold at $2 and $1.50, and the price came down, and I knew I was early, and I told that to everybody. I'm only buying in now because I felt like when I had liquidated a lot of my Cardano, I just felt naked. I felt really, really icky about it. And I know, and Timothy says this too, you shouldn't be emotionally attached to whatever your investments are and so forth and so on. I get it. I wholeheartedly agree with him.
All right. And do I. You really should not be emotionally investing or trading, because that's when you're going to lose. I mean, odds are stacked against you, trading wise, anyway. But you go start adding emotion into it, and it's only gonna like exacerbate the situation. So you need to do your own research. You need to be able to feel comfortable in the projects that you are investing in the long term. And see, that's the point that I make in my article on my website, again, CryptoCoinMindSet.com, where I talk and explain the whole dollar cost averaging / crypto cost averaging into crypto. That's when you're utilizing DCA, it's got to be a long-term strategy. You got to be on the hodl train. It's something you got to be in for the long term. And Bitcoin, I would like to think, is something that, sorry about that. Bitcoin is something I would like to think you're all about for the long term. I mean, it is most likely the thing that's going to create the adoption or mass adoption of cryptocurrencies as we go forward. It's going to be the one. I mean, you've got countries, companies, ETFs soon that are looking to be all about Bitcoin. Ethereum also. I mean, if you've been here for any length of time, you know, since Ethereum has transitioned over to proof of stake, I don't know, not a fan. But again, it's very well entrenched in the traditional finance system, and I think it's going to be part of what helps to make that transition over and adoption happen. So, you know, there you go. And you know, Cardano, I am all about Cardano, honestly. I think it's going to be one of the biggest innovators and you know, procreators of the cryptocurrency space as we move forward. But again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I'm just some guy on the internet. So again, right there, say it right there. Not financial advice. Sorry, I couldn't resist. All right, if you're just joining in again, appreciate you being here. Thanks for joining in. If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tick that bell icon, click the all, and that way you get notified every time I put out a great video or go live. Appreciate that. If you're watching on Twitter, give me the follow. I really appreciate that. And if you're on Facebook, make sure you like the Facebook page, CryptoCoinMindSet. I appreciate that as well. All right, so again, if you're just joining in, we're talking about dollar cost averaging into cryptocurrency, talking about that it should be a long-term investment process after you do your own research on the particular project. Now, you know, I think, and Crow highlighted this in that first section, you know, that unfortunately new people to the cryptocurrency space look at price action only. And, you know, they'll see some random project that does basically drop 90%. And they'll be like, whoo, I'm going to go jump into that because it was here. And then now it's here. So when it comes back up, guess what's going to happen? I'm going to enjoy those profits. You could, but the likelihood is high that whatever this cryptocurrency project is has gone down that much for a reason, beside the fact that we're in a bull market, in a bear market. So you need to do your own research, see what the fundamentals are. What are the tokenomics with regard to that particular cryptocurrency project? Not to mention, are they still working? Is this group that put together this cryptocurrency and blockchain, etc., or token, depending on what it is, and are they still working on the project? Are they still moving forward with their timeline, with their white paper, like the goals that they set, the points that they set in that white paper that they want to accomplish? Are they still working on that? Where are they? Doing that research ahead of time, doing that research before you put any money into cryptocurrency or a cryptocurrency project, I'm sorry, it's a must. It's a must. It's a must. Again, links to everything I'm talking about today in the description of this video. And if it's not, it will be by the time I wrap this video up. So again, thanks for being here. Appreciate that. All right, let's jump on this last section of the video, and then we'll move on from there and pop a couple of numbers into the dollar cost averaging crypto calculator. But I feel like yeah, this is a preach crow preach section right here with this next group of stuff that he's talking about. So right about here. So I'm going to turn this on, and we're going to let Crow preach here a little bit. All right. Preach it, Crow. Preach it.
It's all about timing. It's all about where we are in the market cycle. It's about self-education, making sure that you're buying into a fundamentally sound project with a history for growth metrics, both on-chain and financially, and being comfortable in your knowledge of that project, so that, you know, like we always say, you never invest more than you can afford to lose. Because if you're investing more than you can afford to lose at the peak of a market and you're watching it drop, well, you have two choices. You could either sell at a loss, hoping that it drops even further, giving you the opportunity to buy back in and maybe recover some of those initial losses, or you can just continue to average that price down and continue to drop your initial buy-in price, so that when the market does turn around, if it turns around, then you can meet your point of profitability much sooner than if you were just waiting for it to go to its original all-time high peak. And a lot of that confidence comes from better understanding the project you're investing in.
And again, there's the key. You need to do your own research and understand the project that you're investing in. And listen, that's true. I don't care what you're investing in. Stocks, bonds, whatever, crypto. You got to know what it is that you're investing in. Otherwise, why are you investing in it? Right? Why are you bothering to invest? So, again, I believe that dollar cost averaging is a fundamentally sound way to invest into cryptocurrency, or just about anything else for that matter. So, I mean, think about it. You do it if you work a job. You probably have a 401k or a 403b or IRA, something along that line. Well, that's exactly what you're doing with regard to that. That's how you're investing into that. And I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but somebody's deciding to mow the lawn outside here right now. So hopefully that noise is not too bad for you. I'm going to try and keep powering through, and hopefully they finish quickly. You gotta love the joys of live streaming. Gotta love it. And as you can see up here right there, as you can see up here, I got to make sure you sign up for my newsletter. Link is in the description of the live stream below. Sign up. You'll know when I'm going live all the time. You'll get my newsletter. I'm popping out a newsletter about twice a week. Twice a month, twice a week. Woo, wish I had that kind of time. I'm a one-man band, so I'm doing my best with that. But make sure you go ahead and you sign up for the newsletter. Also, if you want to know all my official social media channels, make sure you head over to Cointree, COINTR.ee/CCM. And yeah, you'll get the opportunity there to be able to donate. If you appreciate what I'm doing here in the cryptocurrency space, I appreciate that. And I really do. So thank you in advance for that. And it also gives you a list of all my official social media channels. A lot of scamming going on out there. So make sure you head over to Cointree and check that out. All right. So again, we'll try to ignore the lawn mowing out there, and I apologize for that. What are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? What are you going to do? It is what it is. So let's take a quick look at the article I put out. Again, I wrote this article back in 2019, and Again, trying to explain to everybody what dollar cost averaging is, and then trying to lay out the fact, is it actually an effective investment strategy? And again, remember, this is something that you do if you're, again, putting money into an IRA, 401k, whatever. The likelihood is high. That's how you're investing in that. Every paycheck, a little bit goes in, a little bit goes in. And, the prices you're investing at changes and fluctuates every time that money goes into your 401k, for example. So you're already using this investment strategy without maybe even realizing you're using this investment strategy. And again, if you want to learn more, I put a lot of supporting information here from other people beside myself, talking about dollar cost averaging, explaining exactly what it is, how it's utilized mostly in the stock market, etc. Because again, that's where most people are, again, with their IRAs, 401ks, etc. And then as we scroll on down here, let's talk about some of the advantages of dollar cost averaging, and then of course the potential potential disadvantages. Okay, so again, remembering that this is a long-term process, dollar cost averaging, if you're going to dollar cost average and your time frame is like less than maybe a decade, you're probably not going to come out as well as you would if you did some kind of lump sum investment. But if you don't have that lump sum investment, so here we go, right? Okay, so what did I put with as the advantages of dollar cost averaging? It does help novices to create a disciplined investment strategy. Again, much like you do with your 401k, you are investing maybe a little bit out of your paycheck every week. And now you can do that here in the cryptocurrency space. If you're using a centralized exchange, for example, like Coinbase or Gemini, links to those in the description below. And you can literally have it set where you can put in whatever amount it is in whatever time interval you want to whatever cryptocurrency you want. So if it's Bitcoin, for example, $10 a week into Bitcoin for, till you ever stop doing it. So again, it creates discipline in the way you're investing into cryptocurrency. And it allows you, the next point I pointed out here, the next point I put here is to invest in small amounts. Because again, most of us don't have the opportunity like Crow over there, who was saying sometimes he does a DCA at 30 grand at a pop. Well, again, I don't got 30 grand at a pop. I don't know about you, but 10 bucks a week, 20 bucks a week, 25 bucks a week. Sure, I can probably do that. A lot easier, right? Advantage number 3, a good average entry price. Because remember, you may be buying at the high, you might be buying at the low. Well, if you're doing this consistently, you will buy at the high, you will buy at the low, and everywhere in between. The point is that as you're doing that, as that price is fluctuating up and down, you're going to get the best buy-in price possible by being consistent with your investment strategy. I mean, that only makes sense, right? Common sense. It also helps you to eliminate emotion-based investing. And again, in the crypto space, it's still a bit of the Wild West. You're going to get these pump and dump coins that are just like, oh, do this, you're going to get rich. You're going to think the next meme coin, the next Sheeb, the next Doge, whatever is going to be your way to be the next millionaire. And could that happen? I suppose it could happen. Will it happen? The likelihood is extremely low. But by having a dedicated investment strategy that you're doing on a consistent basis, it eliminates that emotional, piece of the pie. For example, in the last week, when the market basically did a tank, I put out a video. I'll put a link to that in the description below as well. And basically how, I'm just numb to it at this point in this space. I don't get emotionally triggered when the market goes up or down. I just stay the course. I stay the course. And especially when the market goes down, because think about it. There are a lot of rumors going out there. If you're on crypto Twitter, you'll see it all the time. And I'm not saying that everything on Twitter is legit. Definitely not. But a lot of rumors that make sense to me, knowing, again, what I know, doing my own research, etc., that, there were whale manipulations with regard to the price of Bitcoin, and to allow, in this case, the rumors are BlackRock, to start to accumulate Bitcoin. Because remember, I did another video about front running the market because these Bitcoin spot ETFs are going to get approved. It's a matter of time. I think that, you've got BlackRock accumulating in the background right now. There's this random Bitcoin wallet that's accumulated, like, I forgot how many Bitcoin, like $1 billion or $3 billion worth of Bitcoin, something like that, over the last 3 months. And, there's, again, the rumors, the speculators saying that that's, BlackRock utilizing the down market to accumulate in preparation for their approval of a Bitcoin spot ETF. And bottom line is, it's going to get approved. Is that them? That would be consistent with the way they try to manipulate everything, not only in the stock market, but now in the cryptocurrency space. And our space is still small. We're just over $1 trillion total with regard to money in this space. And that kind of market can be easily influenced. So is that what this is? Maybe. The bottom line is, who cares? Who cares? If you are dollar cost averaging, you don't care. For you, it's like, yeah, drop the price. I'm going to get myself a little bit more, and I'm going to get it at a better price. And that's great, because eventually, I'm sorry, I see Bitcoin easily into 6 figures. And I don't care what, I know there are speculators out there. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Do I know for sure? Of course not. But can I extrapolate from what I understand and what I see happening in the world? Sure. And yep, do I believe that? 1,000%. So again, you got to do your own research, please. All right. So let's go back and take a gander here and see what my next points, the other points are. And then finally, it helps mitigate risk for volatile market conditions. And perfect example, last week when the market dropped out. I mean, Bitcoin went down like 8% in like 15 minutes or something stupid like that. Okay, great. Who cares? Again, I was getting alerts on my phone. I talk about it in my video that I did. It's like, just alerts going off everywhere because the people are just like panicking and the market's selling off, et cetera, et cetera. I was just like, I went and had dinner, relaxed, spent some time with the wife, because who cares? Doesn't matter to me. It doesn't affect my investment strategy one iota, not one. Okay. Now, again, disadvantages. That's what's the potential disadvantages? Well, if you actually, and again, I did a lot of research about this when I wrote this article, and there were many studies done using the stock market primarily, showing that, lump sum versus DCA investing, which one had better long-term results. And lump sum actually won out in all of these studies. Now, again, I think a lot of that has to do with the timing on your lump sum investment, because let's face it, if you lump summed into Bitcoin at around 60 grand, you're down considerably right now. But again, long term, will you be? No. But if you're DCA now, put a lump sum in here at about 25 grand, you're going to be significantly better off as Bitcoin moves through the halving and into the next bull cycle. Only makes sense. But it has to be listed as a potential disadvantage to dollar cost averaging that lump sum investing seems to have better long-term results. Consider, if you want, potentially mixing the two as a strategy. I mean, consistently putting in whatever it is, $25, $30, $50 a week into your favorite cryptocurrency. And then again, a lot of you who work a job, maybe you get a bonus. I don't know, you come into some kind of money, an inheritance, whatever it happens to be. Well, maybe you want to take some of that and put a lump sum into your favorite cryptocurrency project. Why not take advantage of both potential opportunities, especially now? I'm sorry, the market's down. It's a great time, right? Great time. So again, a couple of points to remember. Dollar cost averaging is meant to be a long-term investment strategy. Long-term investment strategy. So if you're looking to do a turnaround in a short term, this probably isn't going to work out as lucratively for you as it should if you were doing it on the long term. So for those who are looking to change your financial future, your family's financial future, having this small, again, 25, 30, 50, 100, I don't know, depends on your financial situation, dollar strategy, investment strategy on a long-term scale, like a generational scale, oh my God. Can you just like imagine? So I said we were going to pump something in here. So let's come to the calculator and let's punch in a couple of numbers. Let me bring the calculator up real quick. There we go. And let's see. So we can put in a start date, an end date, the amount, weekly, and then they opt for an exchange fee here. I'm going to make this full screen so it's a little bit easier for you to see. Here we go. So let's punch in some numbers. So let's say, okay, I'm sorry. I started investing in early 2017. So let's see what we can do here. Let's go to we'll keep it April 2017. Here we go. April 2017. Sure, April 20. Why not? Good date. And today's date. So today is the last day we invest. Let's say we're gonna do even $10. Okay, let's do the $10 on a weekly basis, and exchange fee. That's probably a little bit low, but we're gonna leave it at that for now because again, fees have changed over that period of time. Let's calculate. All right, here we go. So let's take a look. You would have invested, or we would have invested $3.3 thousand. So just over $3,000. You would have purchased 0.36 Bitcoin. The current value in USD of that is $9.65 thousand. So you would have invested $3,000 and it would be worth $9,500 now. Your ROI is 100, or would have been 192.34%. Crazy, right? Now let's say you took that and right here did the lump sum investment. You would have purchased at the time 2.5 BTC, which would be worth $66,500. So your ROI would be 1,915%. I mean, it's easy to see how these studies prove that lump sum investing wins out over DCA. But again, did you have that over $3,000 to throw in to the investment? Let's change the date a little bit though. Let's say that we'll go to April of, where are we here? April of 2021. And again, we'll leave the dates the same, leave it $10 weekly, same calculations, which was about the peak-ish of the last bull cycle, right? Let's see what we got here. So you would have invested just over $1,000. You only would have accumulated 0.04 BTC for a total of about $1,000 worth of BTC. You'd actually be down by 10% right now. Crazy what difference when you start investing makes, isn't it? Then lump sum, if you had done the same thing, you would have had less BTC. Because again, remember, you would have purchased it at the peak. You'd be down over 52%. 52%, that's humongous. And again, that's why I'm saying DCA is meant to be a long-term strategy. And for all intents and purpose, it is a good strategy for the average person who is who I'm addressing here. It's who I'm addressing here. So I'll put links to all of this, the calculator included, in the description below. We'll go ahead, play around with that, figure it out, and then decide if dollar cost averaging is for you. I'm going to start to wrap this right now. But before I do, I want to remind you that I'm going to be live Friday night, 7 p.m., every Friday, 7 p.m., for Crypto on the Rocks. And basically, I invite you to join me live on the stream. We'll talk crypto, enjoy a drink, whatever your favorite beverage is. Honestly, I'm all about having an alcoholic beverage while I'm having this conversation with you. And I encourage you to join me to do that. And we can talk about whatever you want, whatever crypto-related project, market move, whatever works for you. We'll talk about it. That's every Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. And again, if you jump and sign up for the newsletter, again, link in the description below, you'll be able to get that information right when I'm going live. I send out a quick email blast to everybody just to let them know, hey, come on in, join me. Just like I do for this particular live stream. This live stream every Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern. Again, different topics. It honestly varies from week to week. And I jump on live if there's something, earth-shattering, news breaking going on. But scheduled live streams, Wednesdays, 10 a.m. Eastern. Fridays, Crypto on the Rocks, casual conversation, no set agenda, 7 p.m. Eastern. Join me for that this coming Friday. All right, that's going to do it. I'm going to wrap this up. I appreciate everybody that's joined again. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, tick that bell icon, click the all, give this video a like. I appreciate the thumbs up. If you're joining me on Twitter, make sure that you follow me. I appreciate the support there, and the same with Facebook. Enjoy you. I would appreciate you joining my Facebook page, CryptoCoinMindSet. Make sure you give that a like. All right, that's going to do it. Appreciate you being here, and we will see you again Friday, 7 p.m., Crypto on the Rocks. All right, that's going to conclude the live stream. I would like to say thank you for watching me live. I really appreciate the support and your interaction in the live chat. But there's a couple of other things I'd like to talk about as well. Now, I'd like to take a moment to say you need to be aware of scammers. With the advent of generative AI, it is becoming easier and easier for scammers to make you think that I am sitting here on YouTube or whatever other platform and asking you for money, your private keys. God only knows. I'm here to tell you, I will not ask you for your private keys. I will not ask you for any money. So if someone has reached out to you saying they're me, it is not me. Now that we got that unpleasantness out of the way, let's talk about how I can help you. Beside all the great content that I put out on all of my social media platforms, especially here on YouTube and Odyssey, I also provide personal one-on-one consulting. I'll put a link in the description below. If you're interested in a personal consultation to help you with whatever it is you're having difficulty with in cryptocurrency, click that link. We'll make it happen. I look forward to being able to help you with whatever it is you need. Remember, I will not provide financial advice. I'm not going to handle your crypto, nothing like that. But if you need help with anything else, feel free to hit that consult button and we'll make it happen. Now, I also have a Telegram channel. There's an open Telegram, which you see here. Link in the description below. Head on over there. I'm posting in there all the time. But I also have a private Telegram. Now, I do charge a small fee for that because you have more direct access to me. So if you have a question, it's a little easier to get that kind of thing answered if it's something simple. Not to mention, I put out different information inside the private Telegram group. Sometimes different trades I'm doing, etc. So you can get a leg up if you're a trader. Links for all that in the description below. Now, finally, if you're looking to support the channel, there's a few different ways you can do it. Inside of all the descriptions on my videos, there are a bunch of different links. Some of them are affiliate links. Basically, those affiliate links provide me and my channel with a small compensation if you decide to utilize whatever product or service that I'm promoting there. Realize that I don't promote anything that I don't use myself. So rest assured that if the link is there, I believe in it. If you use Brave browser, you can also send me a tip on Brave browser. I am a certified content creator on Brave. So if you're a Brave user, you know how to do that. And finally, you can head on over to Cointree, link in the description below. On Cointree, you have the ability to send me a tip. More importantly, on Cointree, I have listed all my official social media links. So you can rest assured if you want to follow me and everything that I put out for CryptoCoinMindSet, these are the links where you're going to find all that information. Thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you soon.